Good evening, everybody. Hello. I have something to say regarding suicide. Okay. I have to add myself in there because there's been times I don't want to do it. Okay. But I felt peer pressure to want to do it and go before a front of the bus and do it. I felt like that about a week or two ago, and it's far from my mind. I'd be happy, feeling great, and just all of a sudden, I had this bad feeling that came over me. And I just, I had to, I don't know, I needed God's help, unfortunately, because at that point, I could not, I don't know how to put it, brush it off. It didn't matter how much I was trying to ignore it. It's like I couldn't brush that feeling off. And it was getting on my nerves and it was pissing me off. And it got to the point where I got so depressed. Now, for those out there, you're probably wondering, well, you're a Christian, you're a God-chosen one. Why would you feel like that? Well, we have a lot of pressure as a chosen one. We weren't made to blend in. We were made to stand out. And that just seems like, wow, it's a lot of pressure. And we become chosen ones because of what we went through in life. You know, neglected, rejected, abandonment, acting like people didn't want you. I know I went through it. Every time I landed in a different home in the Children's Aid Society, they loved me, and then they noticed something about me was different. Don't want her anymore. Then the next, same thing. Next, right up until now. It's like once they know about you, or you don't have to say anything, they just see something about you that they want to be around your light, but when the light exposes you, it's like you want to run and you want nothing to do with that person. And it ain't because you hate me, it's what's in me that you hate. And I know someone else, and I ain't gonna mention names, but I just finished listening to one of that video, and that's where I'm leaving it at. That person I just listened to, and he feels the same way, like he doesn't want to live. And I know how he feels, but he's also a chosen one. He wasn't made to blend in, he was made to stand out. And it's hard to be alone, especially when nobody wants you. Or they want you because they want something out of you, but not because they want to be with you and just be with you. Just for you. They only care about what they want out of you. And that hurts. And that's been that my entire life. And I'm sure that's been in yours entire life for those who's been through this, who understands that. I can say I understand. Believe you me, I've been there, done that. The pressure of people. One minute you think they love you, and the next minute they don't love you. They love you, don't love you. They love you, and then they see something different in you. Oh, I don't want her no more. She's not what I thought I wanted. I'm not stupid, you know. I wasn't born stupid. I have challenges. I have ADD, attention deficit disorder. I have chemical imbalance in my brain. But you think I'm going to let that stop me? Nada. And you know what? It's gotten to a point, and I'm going to say it now. It's gotten to a point where I'm tired of the people's games. I'm tired of people playing with my emotions, pretending to really love me when they don't. And I'm talking about people in general. People pretending to be my friends when they're not really my friends. Or acquaintances. And don't pretend, because I don't want to be around pretenders. I would rather stay by myself. I've done it for years. I've been a loner my entire life, right from the time I was born, so it's no surprise to me. And if it means I can get my peace of mind, I go for an R&R downtown to be alone, to get away from people. And that's what you need to do when you're feeling like you want to die. And I have to get away from where I am. Today was a day of hell. This morning, minding my own business, happy. All of a sudden, you got this person screaming their heads off and just losing their mind, and they're not all there. That need help. Need someone to talk to. And you can't because nobody wants to listen. It's like you're left out because you're not one of them. And God did say you weren't made to blend in, so if they behave inappropriate, you can't blend in because we weren't made to blend into that. We're not made to blend into this world. We're in this world, but we're not of this world. We weren't made to blend in. We were made to stand out. Be yourself. Don't be something you're not. Don't be jealous of something that somebody else has, because you have talent. You just have to get it, out of yourself. I'm going to tell you a story that was told to me, right? The story is, I remember years ago in 1988, the government of Ontario I have I wanted to work so bad just to prove myself that I'm self-worth and to bring my self-esteem up, to help my self-esteem. I didn't care how much money I was going to make. It wasn't even about the money. It was about working and making an earning, of course. I didn't care at the time how much money I needed, because it wasn't even about the money. It was about bringing my self-worth, my self-esteem, make me feel good about myself, that I've done something to earn that. I've worked myself to gain that, to earn it. I didn't believe in freebies. I believed that I had to earn to get that, and I felt great working. And I felt good because I was making my own money without getting something for free, because I earned it. And I put my name in for Voc Rehab, which was a program back in Sudbury, Ontario. And apparently I waited for a long time. So they put me through a program called Futures Program through the government of Sudbury, Ontario. It's a 1-year program through them. I've been placed in you got 3 jobs that are supposed to be 4-month placement, plus you go back to the class and you do a 1-week class. And it's this kind of program that I had to go through, plus assessment to find out where my level was. And well, when I was working at my last job, and that was called Future Program, it was called Whistlers. And they didn't want anybody anymore because the people who have worked for them last before me, they knew they were getting paid by the government. So they didn't care. They didn't do nothing for them or whatnot. So they just sat around, did nothing, and collect the money from the government, right? Not me. Well, they didn't want to take me because they thought I was going to do that too. And they said, no, she's good. Give her a try. So they did, and they seen how hard, how good I was. They didn't understand that I was working to build my self-esteem. I was getting $11.25. But for me, that was my first time making my own money. And I felt so good. And I was just enjoying every bit of that job and working hard. And when I went for on my breaks, I had a 15-minute break. I took a 5-minute break and wanted to work, but they told me, no, you have to take your 15-minute. And I went, oh, I just wanted to work. And then at the time, we used to have a 1-hour lunch at that time. Before the half an hour, it was a 1-hour lunch. So when I had my 1-hour lunch, I came back half an hour. I still had another 20 minutes, and I wanted to go back and go to work. And they told me, no, I'm sorry, Nicole, you're going to have to sit out and wait. And I said, oh, I just wanted to work. The government, I thought I was working so hard. That Future Program, I did everything to bring back my self-esteem, and everything I did just to have the government of Ontario, of Sudbury, Ontario, tell me I was supposed to do my 4 months, but they were closing down it. I had worked there for about, I think it was 2.5 months to 3, because they were closing down because they weren't making enough business. And the government was the one paying me, not them. Oh, and by the way, they had loved my job and my work, and that I worked so hard. They were so proud of me. They bought me an ankle bracelet, her and her husband, and they appreciate how hard I worked and the effort. Like, they had no idea I was doing that for my self-esteem, because I didn't tell them, but when they did that, I was so thankful and happy. I did it for me. But then when the government came in and said your assessment and that wasn't good, and that I would take me 3 years to learn one thing, my dreams were crushed. And they said, Nicole, you learn by pictures. No employer is going to want to train you for one thing for 3 years. I was so broken up. I wanted to work. And they stole my self-esteem. They broke me down and took what was left of my self-esteem and just destroyed it. I was so angry. I was so upset. Yeah. So I remember when I got on, it took me 2 years to get ODSP at the time when I was in Ontario, Sudbury, Ontario. At the time it was called Family Benefits. In 1988 is when they started my disability, and I got on it 2 years later, which would have been September 1990 is when I got on disability. It told me it would take me 3 years to learn one thing, and there was no possible way that an employer can teach an employee for 3 years just on one thing. So I couldn't. And it wasn't fair. So I understand. And what I'm going through today, I had some massive trauma today. Because that lady was behind me and she was freaking out and banging her feet and yelling and shrinking and tampering. And that hurt. I was scared. Because I didn't know what she was going to do, because she was behind me. And yelling and screaming and panting and warlock, you know. And just, you know, I just froze. I couldn't wait to get out. I waited till lunchtime. Well, it was lunchtime there, but I thought, no, I'm going to go downtown, go eat downtown, get away. And I did. And, I know what it's like. Oh, and the other trauma was knowing that somebody got punched in the eye, or I found out she got maced in the eye, but it sounded like somebody punched her and she had a towel or something in the eye or something, but it was bear spray or something. They sprayed in her eyes. But, you know, I mean, you see all these things happen. And then now going to the part about suicide. I went through a lot in my life. I mean, stuff that you wouldn't be able to handle. And I don't even remember half of it because it's too traumatic. And the point is I heard a video of a gentleman that mentioned he doesn't know how he feels. He feels like he wants to leave this planet. And I know exactly how he feels, and I understand those out there who want to do that. Not a good idea. How are we going to help other people if we take our lives? Then it's just going to continue, and then it's just going to be nothing left of this world. So how about we start thinking positive instead of negative? And let's start putting our thinking caps on. Turn this world around. If we die and we take our own life, what about the rest of the world that needs our help? You're probably going to sit there, well, why would they need our help for? Right? I know. Why would they need our help, right? They don't care about us anyway, right? Right? Yeah. I understand. But, you know, two wrongs don't make it right. And when one is wrong, one has to be right to correct it and to change this world around. And if it means it takes us to do it, stay alive, stay safe, stay alert, change that mindset of yours and mine. That goes for me too. I'm not just speaking to you. I speak to myself. And let's start changing this. It takes us to change it. It doesn't take, let somebody else. No, it starts with us. So we have to do the changing for the world to change. And yet that's not by telling them what to do. This is by having them watch and see. And when they do need the help, we're there for them. And tell them we understand. We know. We've been there. We've done that. No guilt. No judgment. No nothing. Judge not unless you want to be judged. He who is without sin cast the first stone. Nobody's perfect. Even God said that. Not a soul, not even the chosen ones. God says there's only one that's perfect, and that's God himself. So that take it that the archangels and that are not perfect either. Because God said there's in the Bible there's only one that's perfect, and that's God. So if God's perfect, then the archangels and that are not perfect either. And neither are the chosen ones, and neither are the human beings. So that means nobody in this planet is perfect. So, if nobody's perfect, except God. That includes chosen. It includes the angels. It includes, because God says in the Bible, only one that's perfect, and that's Him. So if He's the only one that's perfect, that tells me even the angels are not perfect. So there you go. So we don't have the right to judge. Judge not, lest you want to be judged. And he who's without sin cast the first stone. So, anyways, for those who want to kill themselves, think before you do it. Because, number one, eternal lake of fire. Is that where you want to go? For the rest of infinity and beyond? And you're never getting out? Not me. I don't want to burn for the rest of my life. After I'm gone off this planet, you're gonna die twice. You die off this planet and then you die again. That's what I was told. I have to look up that one first. But I was told that you rise up again and then you die again. Get thrown into the eternal lake of fire, which is your soul. And you're never coming out. You're going to burn and burn and burn and burn and burn and burn, and you're never coming out. And it's best to know that now. And I'm telling you now. Do you want to burn for the rest of infinity and beyond? Do you want to go into the eternal lake of fire for the rest of your life once you're gone? While you have breath is now the time to change. Not later on. Not when it's too late. Oh, no. You don't want to do that. And it's your choice. I can't push you to change. The free will, right? But I'm letting you know ahead of time. But think again. Yeah, you got the free will. But once you choose that choice, you can't change your mind later because it's too late. But while you have breath in your life, you know, I've heard stories that people had chance to change your mind, so I'd have to search some more in the Bible about that. So, anyways, just to let you know, I just want you to guys, for those who want to kill themselves, don't do it. And I'm talking to myself too. I won't do it either. It feels like you want to. You get that feeling that comes over you. Rebuke the devourer. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Don't receive it. When he comes knocking at your door, you got that feeling that says you want to die. That means he's knocking. Don't open the door. Say no to the devil and say, no, I'm not killing myself. No matter how you feel. No, I rebuke you, I resist you now in Jesus' name. Get lost. I'm a child of the light. I don't belong to you, devil. I belong to God. That's what you say. So, that's what you do. So, do not kill yourself. And we are being selfish if we decide to. Did that or do that, we are selfish to this world. And how is this world going to grow if we not the examples to help this world, right? Just saying. We are the example. We have to teach this world. If we're not alive, this world ain't going to get taught the right way. And it won't get led the right way. So we need each other, all right? I love you all. God bless you all. And I do know that God's bringing me back. Everything happened for a reason, and here I am. God bless you all. And good night.